XRP just continues to hang around, just continues to print these green days. And it's really starting to feel like November of 2024, where we did in fact gain some momentum. We crushed some shorts along the way and really made some significant surges to the upside. And what I found very interesting is that we've actually seen a $2 billion surge just in the last 7 days alone. We're going to talk about all that and more in this video. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So what's impressive about XRP is since May 7th, May 8th, we have seen only one red day. Yes, even yesterday, that when we made our XRP video, it was in fact red. We in fact surged to the green side. We surged up, we broke out. We're currently sitting above that 7.0 line like we were discussing. And this is all coming off of the CPI data that we received earlier yesterday. And why this is so important is this was another confirmation that inflation is not remaining sticky. And the Fed is going to have a very difficult decision to make at this next meeting because the data is really supporting some sort of interest rate decrease. We did, in fact, come back better than expectations. Instead of a 0.3% increase month, we had a 0.2% increase month, which instead brought us in at a 2.3% year over year inflation number, very close to the Fed's goal of 2%. So we made some pretty significant strides forward. Trueflation data is still showing that we're 1.5% or so in terms of inflation. So from that standpoint, we are in a great spot. And so the market has been kind of, chopping and putzing around and trying to make its way here. But I will say that XRP has done a pretty good job of separating itself from the pack and kind of doing its own thing. In fact, you guys can see what XRP dominance has done, just over that period of time. We've climbed from about 4.2% all the way up to about 5.6% or so. And we're really starting to break out on that chart. And we're looking like we're very close to a breakout on the overall structure of XRP in general. Now, what I will say is, again, BTC continues to putz around. It's continuing to show some resilience here, and this is exactly what we wanted to see. Like I talked about in a few other videos today and yesterday, we are starting to see us very close to this total 3 breakout. So all assets outside of BTC and Ethereum are very close to this significant run, and XRP versus Ethereum still showing a lot of resilience here. We have come down because ETH has been starting to pump, but this is in fact a very important thing because when ETH starts making up some ground, when it starts outpacing BTC, remember that is when we enter phase 2. That is right before we start to see a significant surge in terms of altcoins. All right. And in fact, we look at this daily stochastic RSI, you can see we've reached an oversold range on the XRP Ethereum chart. On the weekly, we're just starting to flip around here. So it looks like we're about to get that next big leg versus Ethereum, which frankly could be the point where we do in fact start targeting it in terms of a flip. Now, what I will say is there are some still great things that are working in XRP's favor right now. There is, in fact, a 79% chance that we're going to get an XRP spot ETF here in 2025. And we have a decision coming on that in the month of June. I think it's like June 18th. So definitely something to watch. And what I will say is that there are huge betting odds on XRP, not in terms of ETFs right now, but in terms of open interest. And what we've actually seen is a surge of about $2 billion from back on, May 7th. Where it was $3.61 billion in open interest in XRP, now up to $5.64 billion. That's a very significant surge, guys. Almost doubling, all right? Not quite, but you guys get the point. Now, what this means is that there is a significant amount of pressure trying to hold XRP back because this ratio is still imbalanced. It still shows that shorts are betting that XRP is going to drop. It's over almost a 5.5% imbalance to the short side. And what this is showing us is that there's actually a lot of not necessarily resistance at these ranges, but potentially something that could be a spark that shoots XRP on kind of a gap. Right? I've seen talk about the golden gap. We talked about very little resistance here yesterday. You could frankly see XRP run all the way up to this 786 line. All right, that's about $2.80, 81 cents, somewhere in that range. And this is a move that could frankly happen in like a day or two. I'm not saying that's going to happen for sure, but obviously that would be about an 8% move for XRP. I mean, we're very close to things just blowing out across the crypto market. And the good news is that XRP, I think, has done enough to really keep that confidence in terms of investors, to really have that type of of conviction and resilience, even moving forward from here. There are several assets in the space that are doing this. You have Bitcoin, you have XRP, you have ADA, you have Shiba Inu, surprisingly enough, that is doing a very similar thing. The level of conviction from the holders is the exact reason why a lot of these coins, especially the ones I talk about here on the channel, have a huge opportunity to take steps forward in this next run. And it's looking like it's going to be a lot sooner than what people realize. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.